SBX
Swissbeatbox Kickback Battle.
Kickback Battle Kickback Beatbox Battles 2021
2021. Let's go.
This is not what you used to. Running away from the beat of the world.
Yes. All right. Figuring out why we're going to have that double up sound, but we're not anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the SBX Kickback Battle 2021. Seating round right here live and direct live stream. Thank you for your patience. We worked out all the little details because there's a lot of moving parts in this. It's your boy Scott Jackson hosting. Wow! And I'm going to make sure that we're going to have a fun time on this stream, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be good. I'm excited to go and find out who will be battling who in this top 8. And the judges had to make a hard decision. They don't even know the answer. They don't even know the decision that was made because they just put it in. So we'll see who's actually ranked top after all the seating rounds and get into the battles. But you guys just watched the jingle. Big shouts to Sinjo, by the way, putting that together. Trung Bao and everybody that helped make that video possible. And yeah, let's get into this. So first and foremost, I'm going to turn this down just a little bit more so you guys can hear me. And we're going to introduce all our judges and participants that are all on this channel. So I'm going to start off. Let's see who the first judge I see coming from down under. Ladies and gentlemen, a man that I have much respect for. He seems like he's had enough coffee to stay awake. It's nice and late for him, but he's staying up because he loves Swissbeatbox. Give it up for Mr. Tom Thumb.
Yo.
What's up, brother?
Not much. Me. That's what's up right now. It's almost 1 a.m., but I'm keen.
I'm excited to go and see your reaction to who's actually battling who, and we'll talk more about it. But ladies and gentlemen, Tom Thumb. Next up in our judging panel, looking around, Grand Beatbox Battle champion himself. We got some energy going for him. Make some noise from America for Napalm.
What's going on, everybody? How you feeling, Scott?
I'm excited, man. I'm sharing the same morning time with you, so getting that excited. EST time zone. Woo! Let's go.
Early start.
Early start, but we're gonna have a good stream. And last in our line of great judges that we have, world champion of the world, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for France's own Alexinho. Wow! How you doing?
Yo, I'm good, bro. And you?
Very good. Nice to see your face early on a Saturday for me.
Haha, nice. Nice to see you all too. Aight?
Wow! Ladies and gentlemen, we got our judges in line. Now we're going to be introducing each one of our competitors that are here. And in no particular order, I'm going to start naming off from what I can see in our chat. So, first of all, Grand Beatbox champion coming at you live and direct. Ladies and gentlemen, representing for the UK, give it up for D-Lo.
Hello, everybody.
How you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how you were ranked and stuff, and we'll talk about that throughout the day. But ladies and gentlemen, D-Lo. Next up, representing my nephew, representing Canada, he's going to be coming out live and direct. Nice and awake looking. Give it up for Elise, Can Champ 2 times. Big taps.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Keeping on this energy, down to the next line, we're going to be bringing in, representing for Spain, slapping it up and killing it this far. I've had him on Beyond the Beats with a good talk. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Zeka. Wow! Yeah. And next up, representing Brazil, current Brazil champion. He's got a lot of stuff going for him, and people have been loving his wild card seating round and the videos he put out recently. Just put out, I think, a video where he has 2 of himself doing a video, so check out his YouTube channel and check out everybody's YouTube channel. But I just saw that pop up in my feed, so make some noise and give it up for Dudes.
Yo. How you doing, bro?
I'm good. I'm excited. Nice to see your face again, brother. And moving along, joined by his partner, But ladies and gentlemen, I'll let him introduce his partner while he's sitting there. Give it up for your vice champion of the world, and he's coming for the title here at the SBX Kickback Battle 2021. Give it up for B Art.
What's up, guys?
And who's sitting beside you, brother?
This is my good friend Voxel. Hey, guys.
Mr. Voxel, it's good to see you as well, sir. And I know that you guys also, for just the intro, these guys have been putting out podcasts, beatbox-related content, and they've been putting out a lot of stuff, so make sure you check out their channels and support the homies. Next up, moving down, on the live stream when we had him on for Beyond the Beats, he was talking a big game and getting ready for this battle. Excited to go and see what he battles. He wants all the smoke this year. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for United States' own Villain.
Yo, what up, everybody?
Yeah. Moving along, representing for France, ladies and gentlemen, bringing that big energy to the battle. Wow! I said bringing that energy to the battle. Wow! Give it up for Rhythmine.
Wow! Hi, everybody.
How you doing, brother?
Very good, and you?
Excited, clearly.
Wow! Wow!
Yeah! Last but not least, filling out our top 8, it is my personal pleasure to bring it to you as well. Another gentleman who's been just crushing it, and I'm excited to go and see what he does in these battle rounds. Representing for India, give it up for Mr. Dylan.
Yo, Ash.
Ish? Wow! How you doing?
Doing good. How about you?
I'm excited, brother. I'm excited. We're going to get into these battles and see who came out on top through the judges, and the judges will be finding out at the same time. So, ladies and gentlemen, right there, that is our top 8 and judges, but now I'm going to introduce to you as well. To round off, we have 2 more people in this, and I want to make sure that they get some respect put on their name. Give it up for the one, the only, the man behind Swissbeatbox. Make some noise for Peponi.
What's up, everyone?
How you doing,
Pleasure
brother? You
to
feeling
be.
good?
Yeah, I just came in from South Africa. I didn't sleep, so I'm a little bit tired, but I'm having good energy being here with you guys.
Well, we love seeing your face, brother, so it's good to have you on here. And again, this sample here, wow! I'm just gonna use it for everything. I don't know. It's just Peponi's here. Wow! More judges are here.
Wow!
And wow! Back and forth. I believe our last person, I'm not sure if I see the video of him anymore, but I know we do have Head of Sound, the gentleman behind this track that you're hearing right now. We spliced all these together. I know we have Aaron somewhere, Mr. Sinjo. So Sinjo, big ups to you. I don't see your face in the chat, but big ups to you, Sinjo.
I'm here, bro. I'm here.
I think
Thanks
your
for
video's
introducing
off.
me. My video is there.
Oh, well, my internet's not good then, apparently. But we're here live and direct, ladies and gentlemen. Full cast of characters. Thank you, everybody, for who's going to be here live and direct. We have, again, our top 8 competitors, top judges from across the world, Peponi and Sinjo, and big ups to Hidefield, Luca, everybody else behind this stream making this stuff possible. But let's get into it right here live and direct. Let me see this one. And that's good, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here live and direct, though, and we're going to be getting into our live stream today to go and show you who the judges have chosen in the top 8, and we'll be figuring out who will be battling who. Also, we'll be figuring out who will be going first or second in those rounds, and that decision will be made by the person who ranked higher. So if number 1 is versus number 8, like a playoff tree, number 1 ranked will be able to make the decision of going first or second. And aside from that, we'll be talking to our judges about their decisions and seeing their reaction, as well as competitors to their build-up and if they're ready for these battles and if they're excited about who they're competing against and some thought coming into these battles. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to go. And there will be questions and answers. So if you do have any questions for anybody in this stream, whether it's Peponi, one of the judges, any of the competitors, Sinjo, myself, anything that you want to go and know, put into the chat, and we'll be having people go through and find the best quality questions to be asking throughout the live stream. Aside from that, again, big ups to everybody on the SBX team. I know there's been a lot of work behind the scenes to go and make this happen, and let's get into it. Let's get into it. I believe we're going to be going and putting into the battles right now. I'm actually excited to go and watch this. So we're going to be watching the seeding round final compilation together with live reactions from our judges and participants. So judges, participants, everybody, thumbs up. We're going to get into this. Be ready. We're going to go and jump into the other call that we had there to go and watch this. But ladies and gentlemen, right here live and direct, SBX Kickback Battle 2021. Wow. We're going to go and watch this all together. So let's see and find out who was ranked 8th through 1st by our judges right here live and direct. I'm going to let you guys play that out. And let's do it. Let's find out what's happening. Let's go. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to go and, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, so maybe you couldn't hear it because he's whispering in my ear, but every now and then with so many people on calls, you can have little issues that come up, and make sure that we got to go and get the best live stream possible. So we're going to work through those issues. But again, we have just a couple seconds to figure out how to go and play this video so we can all watch it together, and making sure that all the competitors, judges, and myself, and Sinjo, and Mr. Pavoni don't leave the call on here. So make sure that you guys keep yourself in this call, but we're figuring out how to go and play the video at the same time. And I'm looking at the live stream right now. A lot of people are watching. People are excited. And I'm going to go and look to see who else is going to be asking some questions. But I've seen people from all around the world tuned in, and I think it's an exciting time to go and actually have this battle. We have 2.4 thousand people watching, apparently, live and direct. So thank you all for tuning in. And I want you guys in this right now, in this chat right now. I'm watching it from people like, let me see. So many people are writing so quickly. Someone named Score, someone named Joshua, someone named Madness, someone named, that's too many people, but I want you to go and write your top ones before we watch it in that chat right there. I want you to write out who you think is going to be ranked first out of all the wild cards. Give me your first rankings. Let me see. There's a hard, everyone's changing their decision right here. Everyone has
Chat's
their
going crazy.
Fans. The chat is going crazy. I love it. People are excited to go and see who's actually going to be in for the top seed. And I'm excited to go and see that too. And Paponi, maybe right now, while I have you and we have a second to go and figure this out, as people are putting in who they think is going to be ranked first, I want you to go and just talk about the SBX Kickback giveaway so we can have a second right now before we start the video so they understand what that competition's about. So Paponi, tell us more about the SBX Kickback giveaway.
Yeah, of course, no problem. I have a good explanation. It's very simple. Just show us some positivity and use the hashtag SBX Kickback giveaway, and then you have the chance to win a PlayStation 5 or an Oculus Quest. Important is that you are available on the 29th of March when we're announcing the winner. You have to be in the chat on that day in order to claim your prize. If you're not in, you will not win. And yeah, use that hashtag on all the SBX Kickback battle videos and all the live streams that we're doing in this period. And yeah, show us what you got with your commenting. We want to read and see some good stuff. So good luck to everyone, and obviously also good luck to all the participants for the battles. I'm very excited to see the results myself in the seeding round and what the battles will be like.
Absolutely, man. I'm excited to go and see that as well. And I also, it's cool also to have everybody here in this live stream that we can go and get their opinions of talking to the judges and talking to the competitors to get that live reaction, because I feel like it puts some transparency and allows people to go and see what's happening. So there's nothing, to be debated about afterwards. There's always going to be debates, but it's nice to go and have the availability to go and actually talk to the people. So I really do appreciate everybody that's in this chat and in this group discussion we're having right now. But Paponi, once again, make sure that you guys hashtag SBX Kickback giveaway for your chance to win a PlayStation 5 and an Oculus. Make sure that you guys put those in and be live streaming and ready to go and watch the live stream on March 29th for your chance to go and claim your prize. And aside from that, yeah, it's gonna be dope.
And I'm excited as well, and then just let us know in these comments, what do you think about this battle? What do you think about the rounds, the seeding rounds? We are curious to see what your opinions are. We look forward in reading all of that.
I've been watching the chat and there's been one for, like, it's going crazy right now, but there is every single person saying different from, like, everyone has their favorite. So everybody that's in this chat, everyone that's in the top 8 is there for a reason. And you can see that people's favorite, people are obviously loving from their home country. They're always pulling for their home country to go and win, but a lot of people are also saying their favorites. Everyone from Dillip and Dilo and Zeka and every single person is getting comments about saying this is who they think is going to be ranked number one. Terrible English, but number one, they're going to be ranked. So wow, make sure that you guys tune in. I want to go and see, are we going to be ready on that video sometime soon so we can go and watch it together and we can get that live streamed up onto the seeding round so we can go and watch that. If Hideful, you be able to tell me that? Because if not, I can just keep on talking and seeing what else is happening here. Oh, well, that being said, I'm going to go and bring it to the judges then. We'll start off before we even get to the top ranking videos and video that we'll be watching. Let's start off with Tom. I want to see if you'd talk to me for a second, and I want to go and ask you, how was it for you to go and rank these after watching the battles back and seeing how the system works, and you had to go and rank 1 through 8 and make those decisions? How hard was it for you? And I know judging is hard, obviously, but can you give a little bit behind the scenes of how your experience was to go and make these rankings happen, and what influenced your decision while watching them?
Yeah, no worries, man. Well, first of all, it was easier because it took some of the subjectivity out of judging. You know, having very clearly defined categories that you had to kind of allocate points to made it far less. You know, there was less room to shuffle on like personal taste and things like that. It was like you had to judge by clearly defined categories. So it was actually really cool to work like that, because it felt like I was putting more of my my judging abilities into it, as opposed to putting more of my musical taste or like my personal preference for all the different things. And it kind of like ended up the same anyway. So it was really nice to have a different system in place. For sure, there was like things that were open to discussion. But yeah, man, I really enjoyed it, and it was obviously very hard to judge. It's kind of like hard to pass judgment on people that are doing things that are literally the best in the world, you know what I mean? So like things that it would take me years to perfect. But it was really cool. It was so dope to see how much everyone had leveled up, and it was also really nice to listen to have a level playing field. You know, a lot of the time when I've judged online battles, you're restricted by the fidelity of the person that's recording. So it was nice to have an even playing field, and like the same level master and the same level fidelity. So yeah, man, it was really dope. Enjoyable.
It was awesome to hear to watch these all back. And again, being a judge, it actually, I was thinking about that too, the way that you have those clearly defined actual things to go and take that subjectivity, or whatever you want to go and say, that personal preference, like you said, out of it a little bit, and rely heavily on scoring systems. It definitely is something that is interesting. And would you say that that's something you'd like to see more of in future battles?
Totally, man. Well, I mean, it made my job a lot easier. It took a lot of the guesswork out of it. Not to say that there was any guesswork, but it really solidified my decisions, knowing that you know, the ranking that I'd already given in my head was correct via the points ranking system. So it was cool to like, I watched every video, you know, 3 or 4 times and made sure that I gave the same ranking every time. So it was really cool. It was like quite an analytical process, and I really enjoyed it because you could watch a lot of the rounds back and look for the nuances and like the minutiae in all the different rounds. It was really cool to see, to watch it on a very, very purely analytical level. To like, yeah, it was something I've never done before, and I really do hope that it continues into the future, because it was yeah, it was a lot easier to not be like, oh, I just like him because he's hit that top A. It was beautiful. So yeah, it was really nice, man.
Absolutely. We're gonna go to another one of our judges, Napalm. I want to go and ask you, kind of following along that, what Tom was talking about. I was gonna ask you, in your opinion, how was it for you to go and actually be able to listen to these videos back so many times? Do you think that would, obviously, when you watch a live battle happen, you only have one shot at listening to it, and you have to be able to go and make a decision on right there. How was it for you to be able to watch back these videos and really process each one continuously over these 24 hours that you had to go and watch each of them?
Yeah, I spent like 6 hours straight. I watched each video like 6 times, really going back and nitpicking it, like the real minutiae, like Tom said. I mean, Tom said it all. You know, like there was a couple categories that even after spending 6 hours, like I wanted to go back and change some scores. But like Tom said, like even then, the scores ended up the way that I would have thought that they would have. You know, I think that it was a pretty fair ranking, even though that there was a couple things that I had trouble with, but I think it ended up being perfect.
All right. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, perfect ranking by Napalm. We'll see it in a second. That is never gonna get old. I don't care. That's the funniest thing to me. Wow. Let's go to Alexinho. Alex, can you tell me about your judging? Can you tell me about your judging experience and things that you took away from the ability to rewatch videos and have these clearly defined categories rather than watching it as a live battle and judging?
It was really, 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 really interesting to do it. Like, it was really interesting to focus really in the details in the videos and to perfect our notes in the categories. Like, it's even more enjoyable with these guys, the 8 of the top beatboxers these days, and yeah, it was really interesting. And as Tom said, it was easier for, I think, all of us to have clear criterias, more than like battles before. And yeah, it was really interesting, and I spent a lot of time to perfect the notes. So yeah, it was hard in some ways, but yeah, I think it was pretty good. Yeah,
Absolutely. And I'm excited. I think everybody's excited to go and see who was actually picked first and ranked 1 through 8 in the battles. I'm excited to go and see that because I have it in my notes, but I haven't looked at it yet. I do have it right here. I could ruin this whole stream and read it right now, but I'm not going to because it's all right. I can see.
Please
I'm
don't.
not going to read it yet. I'm not going to read it yet.
Please don't.
Yeah, I'm not going to read it yet. But I want to go and see it live and direct with you guys too and experience that. So I'm excited to go and see who's battling who right here. SBX Kickback Battle 2021. And yeah, I wanted to go and bring up one more point too. Back to Sinjo, wherever he's at, Mr. Sinjo.
I'm here, mate.
All right, Sinjo, I wanted to go and ask. Not much. Good tune. Tune has been popping off, and I want to go and say, before we jump into the video, just because we're making sure that we can get that done correctly, I want you to go and say who were the sponsors one more time that that brought us the microphone and headphones and interface so that all the actual competitors have an equal playing field. Just can you break down the equipment one more time, because I saw it in a question that someone wanted to know. So
yeah,
what
sure.
were the pieces of equipment that were given out to all the competitors again?
First of all, big shout out to DPA. That's the mic we're using. I discovered this one a few years back through Torsen. He had it's a Danish company, so and Torsen's Danish, so that's how we kind of linked up, and it just blew my mind how good this mic was. So we reached out to them a few years back. They became a sponsor for GBB, and we've been working with them ever since. And that's kind of where the idea for this battle came from, to give everyone the same quality. So yeah, it's been a real pleasure working with these amazing artists with such a good audio quality. And with the interface from Roland, we give them the same. Interfaces have a huge impact on how the quality is converted from analog to digital. And with everyone having the same interface, it means we have a consistent sound quality. The only variable really right now is the room setup. So you may notice a slight difference in audio quality from each person. That's usually to do with the acoustics. Some people might be next to a noisy road, or have like loud fans in the house, or anything like that that can affect the sound. So I saw some comments on the videos about that. It's not to do with the processing. The processing for everyone's pretty much identical. What does change though is the acoustics of the room. So that's the slight difference. But otherwise, it's been absolutely amazing to work with such an awesome quality. I've been having so much fun with this battle.
And they also got the same headphones too to be able to listen through, right?
Yes. Unfortunately, they arrived a little bit late. The biggest struggle with this whole thing is shipping these things all around the world during a time that is quite hard already. Like COVID has obviously affected postal services all around the world. So getting things to Brazil and to India and to all places around the world has been the biggest struggle. So unfortunately, the headphones did arrive late, which is why people didn't see them in the videos. But in the quarterfinals, hopefully they'll be coming through. I love them. It's these ones here, actually. They're the main headphones I use for listening to music when I'm on the road, and also for mixing and mastering when I'm traveling. So I love these headphones. And yeah, big shout out to Roland and V-Motor for all the equipment, and DPA, of course, as well. I love it.
Absolutely. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, there was a breakdown of the equipment given out to everybody so they could have an equal playing field. We're still just trying to figure out how to go and play this video. So I'm looking at the chat. There's a lot of people going and already having stuff put into the chat. And I'm actually looking forward to seeing some people's opinions of who they think is going to be battling who. So we're going to be going through and continuously trying to find some good questions here. Let's see if there's anybody in this. Does anybody have any good questions that you wanted to ask before we even start? Before this actually comes up, is there any questions that someone on the team wants to send me to go and get into this? Be able to go and actually continue on the stream. Again, technical difficulties, these things happen, right? But as soon as we get it queued up, we'll be playing through to actually see live and direct who is going to be ranked first, who's going to be ranked second, third, fourth, all the way to 8th. And then we'll be going through and explaining who's battling who. And I can see it right here. I could just start talking to you about the battles because maybe I'll take, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're going to wait for the video to go and play out, do it proper. Yeah, but anybody on the team that wants to go and send me any questions that have stood out to them, maybe we can ask questions to some of our judges before we go ahead and start to make this actually happen, make this work. Because I can keep on talking. Got to be able to do something here. Start talking to the yeah, right? Yeah, you know what it's about. Ladies and gentlemen, you ask and you shall receive. Right here, live and direct. Wow! We got the answer I was looking for.
This is not what you're used to.
Something that you're not used to is about to be played, ladies and gentlemen. We got the seating round right here, live and direct. So, enough of me talking. Let's get into that video. I need everybody in this right here, the video that's going to be live streaming with us. Everybody check out, go to the Skype session right there, and we'll be watching the video live. Let's do it.
Welcome to the official ranking of the seeding rounds of the SBX Kickback Battle 2021. Our esteemed judging panel have made their final decisions, and the ranking of each participant's seeding round has been calculated from their results. So ladies and gentlemen, kick back and relax while we go from rank number 8 to number 1. Starting off ranked at number 8, Dilip.
Scanning planet Earth. Found these 2 life forms, plants and animals. There's these advanced animals that call themselves humans. They have this unique art form called beatboxing. And there's this unique beatboxer named Dilip, who just did the best intro at the SBX Kickback Battle. Yeah. Okay, so now I'll be performing the first ever track by Dilip Beatboxer back from 2015. Level Zen Groove.
And that's time. Ranked at number 7, Rhythmind.
Let's go. I can do it like everyone. 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 Look at my eyes and look at me harder. I can do it like everyone. I can do it like everyone. I can do it like everyone. Yeah. I can do it like everyone. Last drop. I can do it like everyone. I can do it like everyone. Ooh.
And that's
time.
Ranked at number 6, Annouce.
I never wanna dance again. These guilty feet have got no rhythm. It's easy to pretend. I know you're not alone. Should've known better than to trade a friend. Take the chances I've been given. I never wanna dance again with you. I never wanna dance again. I never wanna dance again. I never wanna dance again. These guilty feet have got no rhythm.
number 5, Villain. And that's time. Ranked at number 4, Dudes.
And you say that you are wrong, that you are wrong, that you are wrong, while I be incredibly strong, incredibly strong, incredibly strong. Why the fuck is this here? Singing is all I hear. All these beats are so easy. It's not fire, it's sweetie. But it's stuck in my mind. Maybe it's one of a kind. Now I get why it's sick. It's because it's music. Once upon a time there was Brazilian guy. His beats were so different and I do know why. So much musicality that I could die. It's bringing up the energy to level high. Yeah, thank you.
And that's time. Ranked at number 3, Beard.
This is where the fun begins. This is where the fun begins.
Time. Ranked at number 2, D-Lo.
Hello, I'm D-Lo, and I hope you enjoy my set. Whoa, get your back one, boy, you testing me. Whoa, get your back one, boy, you testing me. Whoa, get your back one, boy, you testing me. I'ma cut your claims away, can chop away your energy. Whoa, get your back one, boy, you testing me. Whoa, get your back one, boy, you testing me. I'ma cut your confidence and chop away your energy. your energy. I'ma cut your confidence and chop away your enemies. I'ma chop your dreams away and leave you with the enemies. And now for the next number, Wild Bell featuring Snake Hips and D-Lo. You say that you want me, it's too late. It's too late to love. You say that you need me, it's too late. It's too late for you. Hey!
Time. Ranked at number 1, Zeka.
Oh, you wanted me to be trustful. I was trying indeed, but didn't work. Way too far from. Way too far from. Oh, you wanted me to be trustful. I was crying indeed, but didn't work. Way too far from. Way too far from. Yep. Oh, you want way too far from. Yep. Oh, you want it. Way too far from. Oh, you wanted me to be trustful. I was trying indeed, but didn't work. Way too far from. Way too far from. Oh, you wanted me to be trustful. I was trying and deep, it didn't work. Way too far from. Way too far from.
And that's time.
This is not what you used to. Running away from the beat of the world.
Yes, yes.
Oh my god! Thank you.
No, that was so much fun. I love watching this stuff with you guys together.
This was amazing.
Yeah. Ladies
Such
and
a high
gentlemen,
beatbox level. Such a high beatbox level.
top 8, crazy. Crazy. And the seating,
2021.
crazy. Let's go. SBX Kickback Battle. Bum, 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 bum. Wow. Seriously. We're going to go and try to figure out right now. Well, we already have figured out, so now it's just announcing it to you guys. But we're going to go through the order of the battles. So I have it in front of me right here. And my reactions were genuine because I didn't look at these things. And I know that everybody here, judges and competitors included rather, were actually given live reactions there. And people were at 5,000 viewers online. So we're about to go and find out who's battling who. The way this works is much like any sort of playoff tree in sports. You're going to have 2 different trees with four competitors on each side, 1 versus 8, and then on this side 2 versus 7, then on this side continuing down like it would be. But ladies and gentlemen, the first battle that we have, I'm excited for this battle straight up. I'm excited for every single battle, but we're going to be going into it and looking at the final ranking that'll be put up on the screen. Make sure you guys check out Instagram and you can see all the pictures that we'll be putting up for Swissbeatbox. But we're getting into the first battle right here. So we're going to get into it, and it's going to be number 1 ranked Zeka versus number 8 ranked Dilip. Very fire battle. All right, let's start off with Zeka. How you feeling, brother? Ranked number 1.
Yeah, feels good. I mean, I didn't expect it when I was recording it, so but it all changed when I listened to everything after Sin just mixed it. So yeah, good, man.
All right, pretty excited. Dilip, how do you feel about getting up against Zeka in the first round of these battles?
Yo, I think around like 2 years ago, if someone asked me who are your favorite beatboxers, I said Dilo and Zeka. So it's so crazy to be able to battle Zeka. It's going to be insane.
I'm excited to go and see you guys have rounds against each other, but that brings it up. Zeka, since you ranked highest, the decision is yours. In this battle, do you want to go first or second when you're putting your videos in? First or second?
Dilip, do you want to go first or second?
Anything's fine, bro.
What would you prefer? Just choose.
Really? I would prefer going second.
Okay.
Really?
But you're gonna go first.
Oh.
Wow.
Damn.
Beef, let's go. This is the battle. Remember this, ladies and gentlemen.
Just in case you said first.
Oh, man. All right. Well, right there, live and direct. Zeka versus Dilip. Zeka has chosen Dilip to go first, even though Dilip wanted to go second. Wow. Beef. I like it. Let's get this battle going. So Dilip will be going first in that battle. Now we're moving on to the second battle, which will be seeds number 4 versus number 5. Bringing that up in the second quarterfinal, ladies and gentlemen. We got to go and get into this next battle. We're going to be having Dudes versus Villain. Wow. All right. Dudes, how you feeling, brother? Ranking number 4th overall.
Yeah, I'm very happy with the results and looking forward to battle Villain because it will be a clash of styles. It will be very, very sick.
100%. That's what I just, as soon as I saw these rankings happening, I'm excited to see this battle. And Villain, how do you feel your style will be matching up against Dudes?
Bro, I just hope he's ready for the hot shit. That's all I gotta say.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm super ready, bro.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Say it again.
You aren't ready for my stuff.
Oh, really? You think?
Yeah, I think so.
I think we've been ready, bro. But we'll
Don't get too close.
It's dark inside, bro.
Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, with Dudes and Villain, it's starting. This is a battle. Let's go. Dudes, do you want to go first or second in this battle? If you have the choice because you're ranked higher, sir.
Yeah, since Villain's so ready, he can start.
I'm more than ready, so I'd like to go first either way.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, some talk going back and forth right here.
This is not what you used to.
Don't get too close. It's where my demons hide.
Yeah, much love, bro. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, on a real note, I'm really happy just because, like he said, our styles are completely different, so it's gonna be dope. I'm really excited.
That's battle number 2, quarterfinal number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Dudes versus Villain. Once again, Villain will be going first. And now we move on to quarterfinal number 3, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited for this battle because ranked number 2 versus number 7. We have D-Lo versus Rhythmind. Wow! D-Lo, how you feeling, brother? Making number 2, showing your tracks, your set list, always awesome.
Yeah, feeling good. Happy that people liked the stuff that I brought for that round. Feeling good, and I got Battle Rhythmind now.
Absolutely. It's going to be a dope battle. And Rhythmind, how do you feel about getting D-Lo in the first round here?
Yeah, I'm very excited because it's D-Lo. He's probably the best beatboxer in these days, and I like this guy, the human guy too. It's like my bro, so it's very excited for me. Exciting, sorry.
Wow! Wow! Yes. Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we have D-Lo versus Rhythmind, UK versus France. We're going to go and see who wins that battle. I'm excited to go and see you guys go up. But D-Lo, since you ranked higher, you get to decide if you want to be starting this battle or be going second.
Okay, well, Rhythmind was, he's messaging me every day saying, hey, man, if we battle, I really want to go first, really badly. So Rhythmind can go first, man. I'll let you have it. I'll let you have it. And maybe you're going to get a...
Wow!
It's wrong.
Wow! Rhythmind's going first.
Wow! Wow!
I look
Ladies
forward
and
to it,
gentlemen,
man.
once again, third battle, D-Lo versus Rhythmind. And Rhythmind will be going first in that battle, making sure I make a note of that. That brings us to our final quarterfinal of the top 8. With the last 2 that are left, we'll be having ranks number... What is this? Ranks number 3 versus ranks number 6. We got the Netherlands versus Canada. We have BR versus Elise. All right, so Mr. BR.
This life is a joke.
Wait a second.
Speak up or shut up.
There we go. I couldn't hear you.
Speak up or shut up.
Let me talk to you. BR, how do you feel about ranking 3rd and getting to battle Elise?
Yeah, I'm happy. I battled Elise 2 times in a real life battle before, and now this will be the 3rd time, so that's cool.
Yeah, we call that a rubber match, so we're gonna have to go and see. You're 1-1. We had the world champs and the Vauxhall total. What was it? Vocal total battle that you guys battled in. So you guys have some experience against each other, and this is the rubber match. Elise, how do you feel about jumping in for number 3, battle number 3, and getting to battle BR on the top of this right here at SBX Kickback Battle 2021?
Yeah, I'm cool. I think I said, like, I'm gonna say the same thing I said in the original stream. Like, I don't think whoever I face is gonna really change what I do. So I'm pretty happy with whoever I would have got. It's pretty cool to have the trilogy. But yeah.
How I strut like.
Oh, nice.
How I strut like.
Nice.
Speak up or shut up.
How I strut like.
Oh man, too much fun. But we have Beart versus Elise in the last battle of the quarterfinals. And since Beart has ranked higher, your decision is yours, sir. Do you want to go first or second in these rounds?
I'd like to go second.
Second. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, right there, most people, when they have the opportunity, they will choose their opponent to go second or to their opponent to go first. And that happened in every single case here where the top rank decided for the person they were battling to go and start off these battles. But ladies and gentlemen, once again, crazy battles going on. I'll repeat them for you so you guys know. Battle number 1 is going to be, once again, we have Zeka versus Dilip. Dilip will be going first. Battle number 2 is Dudes versus Villain, with some good back and forth with those gentlemen, and Dudes picked Villain to go first. Battle number 3 is Dilo versus Rhythmind. Dilo choosing Rhythmind to go first because apparently Rhythmind has asked so many times to go first, according to Dilo. And last but not least, we just found out right here live and direct on this live stream with Elise versus B-Art. B-Art choosing Elise to go first for the last battle of the quarterfinals. So we have our ranking, we have our tree ready to go. People are excited watching on this, and if you're sitting there at home right now, make sure that you're putting in the comments your thoughts on the rankings and also any questions that you have. And the questions that you have will be read, hopefully, if they stand out and they're a good, solid question, we'll be asking it live and direct to the people on here. But with this opportunity that we have, having these people in these chats and in this group, we're going to be going to our judges, and we're going to be running through with each judge about their decisions and seeing their ranking as well. We want to be transparent in this battle, so we're going to get their opinions back and forth to go and see where they ranked certain people and their thoughts on the overall battles and what they're looking forward to. So if we can get that graphic put up, because first of all, we're going to be talking to Mr. Tom Thumb from way down under, coming at you live and direct, SBX Kickback Battle 2021. Tom Thumb, your judge. How are you doing, brother?
Good, man. Good. Yeah, it's nice to like hear everything back when I'm not in a judging capacity as well. Like now that the decision has been made, it's really refreshing to hear everything back and get like re-excited about it and just absorb it as opposed to like absorb it analytically.
And do you think that over this process, again, we talked about it briefly in the beginning, but the judging process that you went through, that you guys were told specifically not to watch any of the seeding rounds until they were all out, so you could give even listening time to them, right? And how hard, like, obviously it's a hard thing to do, but how hard is it for you to go and actually sit there and not press play on a YouTube video that you see, you're like, oh, I want to go and watch Zeka, oh, I want to go and watch Rhythmind, oh, I want to go and, like, how hard was it you guys sitting at home and not being able to go see it as it was being live?
Oh man, even just like scrolling through Instagram, because you know how it like automatically plays. You'd like be scrolling through, and then like one of the rounds would start, and I'm like, no. Like I really wanted to like absorb it all in one sitting. You know what I mean? Like to just take it on like it was a battle, like you were watching everything in sequence. So everything had the same effect at the exact same time. It's kind of just like creating a very even listening environment. So yeah, I'm glad I took it that way. There wasn't any very specific instructions that's what we had to do. I think everyone just independently decided that was probably the best way to take everything on board. So yeah, it was really cool, man. And like I said, it was really nice to just watch everything back then without the veil of judgment.
100%. And for the people that are sitting at home, we have updated the criteria, and this is a criteria made specifically after talking to people. But just to remind everybody that's watching, this battle was basically gone through, and these were the points that were given: 10 points for fundamentals, 10 points for timing, 10 points for technicality, 10 points for musicality, 10 points for structure, 10 points for showmanship, and 20 points for originality. So make sure that you guys remember that this is what they were judging it on. Now, when we look at your list, Tom, I believe that you're 100% bang on with what the final list was, with the exception of Rhythmind and Dilip being switched in positions. So you had that slightly different. And I just wanted to go and ask again, when you have so much time to go and listen back, it must be a hard thing, and just like to go and rewatch something and listen to it again, and then you can compare it to the next one and compare it to the next one. Can you give just an idea? Because I know that Napalm and Alexinho both said they spent like 6 hours doing this, being able to go and actually go through the battle. How long did it take you, do you think, to actually go and do this judging and set up that standard for yourself to go and figure out what the ranking is, rather?
Yeah, well, I did it in 3 different sittings. The first one I listened in my cans, these kind of things, these little bad boys here, while I was outside of the studio. And then the second time I came and watched them all again in my studio on my monitors, because I know Sinjo did such a bang on job with all the like mastering. I wanted to hear it in full fidelity. And, you know, sometimes you get lost in headphones. So it was really nice to hear it on good equipment too. And then the next day I did another listen through my monitors as well, just to make sure that in my head I was correct with my judgment. So yeah, it was a period over the whole 2 days, whatever that equated to in my time. But yeah, man, it was really cool, like to have to sit there for hours and watch something so intently.
Being able to go and actually watch back and continuously, as you said, judge something, but having that ability to go and rewatch it back. You've judged a lot of live battles as well, and do you think that live battles are going to come back? It's going to happen, but your enjoyability for being a judge, do you think it's better? This is a better system to have, being able to go and watch it back and give it the time, listen to continuously, than doing live battles, as an opinion?
Oh man, it's a hard question. I mean, for me, this is a better system because I don't have to wear pants. But outside of that, I would say, no, I would say it's totally a different experience, man. Like when you're in the room with a battle happening live, you're feeding off the energy of the battlers as well, which I feel like the screen puts up a bit of a barrier, you know what I mean? When there's not a crowd in front of you, like hyping you up and giving you that energy, and everyone's feeding osmosis from all the vibe in the room. So I think it's a totally different experience. It was very refreshing though to be able to watch it and analyze it. Like for each of the categories, you know, like every time I watched it, I would almost focus on a different thing because it's kind of hard to spread yourself over all the categories when you're just trying to listen.
Makes sense, and gives you an opportunity to go and listen to it thoroughly and critiquing it the whole time and being able to go and really focus in. So, ladies and gentlemen, Judge Top Thumb. We'll be coming back and asking you some questions too, and I know that there's some questions people have been asking in the chat that's been happening that we'll get to. But moving on to Mr. Napalm.
What's going on?
Chilling, brother. I'm gonna look at and see what your I haven't seen it yet, so I get to go and see live with everybody else how you ranked these, and let's see if it's comparatively any different from the actual ranking that came out of it.
I think I just had one switch with the Elysian villain, but that was it. It was pretty much spot on.
Pretty much spot on. So yeah, you and Tom both pretty much had the same list, but with each having one differentiating from what eventually became the list. So let me see right here. I get to go and see it with everybody live and direct. Yes, so you have it ranked with the Elysian villain being switched in between. So I want to go and ask you too, how was the experience judging? Because you've judged all over the world, from China to name a country you've judged in. You know, like you've judged all around the world. How was it for you to go and sit at home and actually judge and have the ability to continuously watch back these
yeah, it was
rounds?
Very, very immersive. Very like it was fun, but it was not like, whoa, I'm having a good time, because it was a long time of judging. You know, it was like very immersive, a lot of thinking involved, a lot of thought went into it. Like even after I finished, I was still putting thought into it, looking at my score sheet, like thinking about how I could change different scores or like thinking about different things. But I just did it in one sitting opposed to 3. I did it one long sitting, and I listened to them all like 6 times, 5 times each. And I actually live streamed while I judged too. So I was explaining like my whole process as I did it. And looking back, like for showmanship, for example, like the highest score I gave was an 8 for that, because I feel like there's a lot of unexplored ground in showmanship. And like, I don't know what it can be, but like people can go crazy with showmanship because you're at your house. Like who knows what you could do? You could pull up a dog, pull up a cat, meow, like whatever it is. I don't know. But and for a couple other categories like timing, we were talking to Sinjo about that. Like timing, it's definitely a hard thing to judge if you're getting into like perfect on BPM timing as a beatboxer, because we were talking about like to really be able to know that you got to be a trained professional drummer or have a metronome on hand. So we're definitely going to think about how we can judge this a little bit better just with the specific categories. But even still, the way that my scores ended up, I'm definitely happy with the ranking, and I think it perfectly fit what like a proper judging would be. Like opposed to a live battle, it's pretty much the same. Feels good.
All right. All right. Wow. Mr. Navom right there, live and direct. Now we head to Alexinho, and I get to go and see your results being put up. I'll be seeing in a second what they
Same.
are.
Same as the real one. Yeah. Ha!
The one judge that got it right. No beef. I'm just joking. But how was it for you to go? And again, you've judged around the world. You've been and seen people live and direct having these judgments. How was it for you judging at home and being able to rewatch it and take your time thoroughly to listen to it with a critical ear?
As I said, in the beginning, it was super interesting because, like, I think we are used to judge some wild card or some eliminations for a championship at home, you know, and it was not the same because there's a lot less people and the sound were adjust for everyone and sounded like crazy, so it's even more interesting and so good for our view and our judge career to experience that. And yeah, we spent a lot of time to adjust, to enter the details, to be as professional as more professional as we can. To feel everyone's beatbox and to enter in their universe atmosphere and what they feel, and it was really good. I spent like very good hours judging that.
Yeah, man, and again, well, you're the judge that got the final results, so it was a hard decision, but you guys all had pretty much the same results, but yours was the list as well, so that's good on you. We have a few questions from the audience that have been picked out. First one, I'm gonna go to Tom, and this is from a man of culture, ladies and gentlemen, Maddox in the chat. Big shout outs to him. Boom, 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 boom. But Maddox wants to know, we'll start off with, I think we've already kind of talked about this, but he says, what do they think about the judging categories? Does it help to have specific categories, or was it making it a little more confusing? So I think we've talked about this a little bit, but Tom, in your opinion, having these judging categories, did that make it easier to go and actually judge?
Yes. So in general, as like a whole sphere, yes, it made it a lot easier because we all knew that we were shooting for the same goal. To kind of like tick off points in those specific categories. I think the one thing that made it hard was how you interpret those categories. Like, for example, musicality is such a broad spectrum of things. Like it could be interpreted, like timing could be rolled into musicality. You know what I mean? Like there's so many things that kind of roll into that category. So I think there was still a little bit of interpreting how you felt the categories were, but yeah, man, I feel like it really did help, and I think further to this there'll be more tweaks on the categories themselves, but as a starting point, it was really good. I thought I'm sure other people will have other ideas, but like, yeah, it was cool. And I know Neil was talking about stuff on the live stream the other day about like, the groove stuff as well, and like feeling certain parts, because there was a few things that I wish I could have judged on, but there wasn't a category for it, like just the general feel and vibe. But yeah, man, in as a all-rounded statement, I would say it was very helpful. Like it didn't feel like you were unwarranted with your decisions. Like it didn't feel like it was coming from you as a music lover, as a subjective person. It was like, okay, I'm here to judge on these defined categories. So yeah, it was good. It helped for sure.
Very well said. Go into Napalm, another question from our audience. They wanted to know what do you look for in a good wild card? What is to you most important? Can you give an example?
Well, in this case, these categories. But if it's me personally, what I think a good wild card is a fully cohesive piece most of the time. And that doesn't mean that it has to be like perfect song structure, like you know, intro, chorus, drop, intro, chorus, like Gene style. Like you can be creative with that, but it still has to be cohesive, you know, and it still has to get from point A to point B in a creative way. Mixed with that, obviously, the better and cleaner your beatboxing is and the more creative that you use your beatbox sounds and your basses and the melodies, creative melodies, like there's a lot of different things that you can do, you know. Your creativeness is what makes a good wild card, but I think most importantly you need to communicate your style and your ideas clearly through video, and that's the trick. It's not necessarily that making a video is hard, but that's always the trick, is communicating your style and your vibe through whatever medium it is, and now it's through a video. So how do you do that the best?
Solid answer as well. Last question on for the judges. We're going to go to Alexinho. Actually, I have one more follow-up for all of you guys, but it'll be the same one. But Alex, I wanted to go and ask you, much like Napalm had brought up saying that he gave a high score of 8 for performance-based stuff, what do you think that competitors can do in this battle to bring a battle technique to these rounds? Is there anything that you not specifics, but just as a judge? I know that you've battled a lot and you obviously have a good battle style. So is there anything in your mind you think people could do to stick out, or advice you'd give to the competitors to how to treat this as a battle, you know?
It's interesting that you take Neil in comparison of what he said, because there's a lot of things to explore and to try and to do with the video. Oh, sorry, I had okay, and yeah, I think there's I don't know how to explain that. It's still hard for me. Yeah, the way you present the video, like something that people could be like, wow, really, that something that make a surprise, and it could be visual or beatbox or something else, but something that adds surprise and entertainment. I don't know if it's the word, but yeah, I think there's a lot of things to explore and to try in this format. I'm not sure if I'm clear. It's still hard for me in English. Fuck.
No, that's good, man. You did a good job, brother. And then again, yeah, I think you've made the point that there is a lot to be explored with the availability of having the time to go and be at home and add stuff, whether it's visual, whether if it's something like juggling or contact juggling, like could be there, or something like acting, or all sorts of stuff. There's all sorts of stuff that you could do. So we could see some very interesting rounds. Now, the question I have lastly for all our judges, I'm going to go and run through this quick and be direct with it so you guys can go and see. If you had to make a choice, we'll start with Tom. Big pressure. Starting off with Tom right away. What battle out of these 4 battles are you looking forward to most if you had to choose one?
Oh, shit. I'd have to like hear them again. Just rattle them off.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting the judges to go and give their battles that they're looking for most to, and this isn't something they have to be held to, but this is just off the top of my head, just to be, you know, let's go with it. So the first battle will be Zeka versus Dillip. Then we have Dudes versus Villain. Then we have Dilo versus Rhythmind. Then we have B-Art versus Elise. Out of those 4 battles, Tom Thumb, which battle are you thinking you're looking forward to most at this second?
I think Zeka versus Dillip. Only because I love both of their styles. I think Dillip's got some crazy sounds, man, like really interesting stuff that I don't hear a lot of. And Zeka's round was perfectly composed. Like the whole time I was listening to it, I was like, man, that I could just put that on in my car and vibe to it. You know what I mean? Like by the time that the round finished, it wasn't like I was even listening to beatboxing. I was just like, it's just beautiful music. So I think it's going to be a really dynamic round for me because I love both of those beatboxer styles. I think that's going to be super fresh and super different. Like Villain was saying before, like it's going to be a really interesting juxtaposition of styles, but I think one that could come together really beautifully.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, right there. Tom Thumb excited to go and see Zeka versus Dillip. Now we go over to Napalm. Napalm, out of the top 4 battles, right off the top of your head, you got to pick one. Which battle are you looking forward to most, if I had to ask you?
Thinking Annouce and B-Art. It's going to be a super hype battle. Super close, I think. I can already tell it's going to be hard to judge, which I like.
I like that too. I'm excited to go and see them with the rubber match, 3rd time battling. So we'll see what happens online. But Napalm, excited to go and see B-Art versus Annouce. Last but not least, Alexinho, if you had to go and choose in between any of those top 4 battles, which one are you looking forward to, brother?
Sinjo versus Pepuni.
Wow!
No,
Let's go.
Let's go. I'm excited for everyone, but I'm really curious about Villain versus Dudes because, as I said, it's a way difference of styles, and it will be crazy. It will be very interesting to see that. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much to our judges. Again, they have a hard job here, and I'm not envious of you guys having to make these hard decisions. So you'll be in the coming months, or the couple months that we have here, the battle that's going on. You guys will have to make some tough decisions, starting off with these top 4. But with that being said, thank you very much, judges. We're going to keep this live stream rolling along. We've now figured out who the top 8 are. We've had the judges do some talking, and now we're going to go in and talk to the community, get some questions for the judges and artists in general. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with, I can see that there's a bunch of questions that the live stream has been having. So one question we're going to start off, let me see here. I'll go through and see what a good question is starting off with, what is a good question? Okay, so real quick, we're going to go to Sinjo with a question here. And can you just explain the format? I want you to explain the format of how it works now we have our top 4 battles. So what is the process that these battles are going to go through? If you could break that down for the people watching so they know what to expect.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Big ups for Scott Jackson, by the way. I feel like no one gives you enough props in the stream, and you're such an OG host, man. Like, honestly, such a legend. So I just want to give you some love, bro. Cheers for that. Wow! And you're my bro, so I miss you. Let's have a whiskey at some point. Drink water. So the way it's going to work now is, as you guys have heard, they've chosen who's going to go first. Now tomorrow, the person who's going first will record their first round for each of the battles. All quarterfinals, round 1 will be recorded tomorrow. They have 24 hours to record and send in their finished round. Then the team, me and Luca and Trung and everyone will master those videos. We have 24 hours to master them. Tomorrow is, the day after Tuesday, Monday is going to be a hell of a day for all of us. We have to finish 4 videos in that one day. And then by the next morning, we send those 4 videos to the opponents, which then have 24 hours they watch the video. I saw one question was asking, the person who goes second has 24 hours more to watch. That's not true, because they can't really make their round until they've seen the opponent's round. So they get their opponent's round at 10 a.m. in the morning. They have 24 hours till the next day to record their response video, which we get them the next morning. We then have another day to master that video and send it back to the original beatboxer. And that cycle just keeps continuing for all the rounds. So round 1 gets recorded, sent in, we master it, we send it to the opponent. Round 2 gets recorded, sent in, we master it, goes to the opponent. Round 3, round 4, for all the battles.
That makes sense, and it's a good way of doing it. It's exciting. I don't know, man. It's going to be crazy to go and see with the time to go and be able to go and battle back and forth. And I'm excited to go and see what all you battlers are doing with said time. So that is a good way of setting up this battle. Other questions that we have from the audience. Ask a question for Scott Jackson. Let me see. What do you think, or what are your thoughts of the difference between Grand Beatbox Live and online platform? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I will say judging or being a host, and sitting down here. I love the live feel, and there's nothing like being on a stage with thousands of people in front of you, getting that energy and being able to go and see it live and direct and have that battle energy. I will say that's my absolute favorite thing. When this thing goes on again, I will see you there live and direct, and I'm so excited to get back to live stuff and to get to go and see my friends and hang out with everybody. So it's definitely what I love to do. The online platform, though, I will say, because right now it is the best that we have to go and work with. I'm excited. I'm happy to go and just see my friends right here live and direct. I get to go and hang out with them, talk to them, and at least have some sort of normalcy come back. Plus, it's nice to go and see the availability of people and in this chat talking around and getting excited about beatboxing again. So much love to everybody that's tuned in, and yeah, can't wait to go and have live events. But for now, SBX Kickback Battle 2021 is definitely a step in the right direction, and I'm really excited to go and see how these battles are going to work out. So let's get into it. We do it for you. Do it for everybody in the peoples right there.
This is not what you used to.
Something new. We're going to go and get some more questions here. All right. Okay. Real question for Scott. Napalm said, let me see. Okay, that's a good question. Napalm, that's a good question for you. You said apparently Hershey has a question for you. Big shouts to Hershey, by the way. Hershey has a question for you. She wants to know that you said in a live stream you would judge Villain harder because you know him better than any of the rest of the people. Do you think that's fair to say, as you're being a judge, that you would judge Villain harder due to the fact that you know him and maybe know his stuff better?
I think it's definitely harder to judge somebody that you know, which is what I said. I don't necessarily judge anybody harder, but it's harder to judge people that you know, because it's like you really know what somebody's capable of, you know, and you know like what they could do at their best, and you've seen them at their worst. So it's like not necessarily harder judge, not harder on them, but it's harder to judge. It's definitely more of a challenge whenever you know somebody's style completely. It's like judging yourself at that point. Not really like that, but like, you know, you've seen the craziest, you know, and you know what they're capable of.
That's a fair way of saying it, but good question from Hershey. Yeah, we got more questions from the audience coming in, so keep those live jumping in here. But I want to go and make sure that we don't drag this out for forever and always, because people have stuff to do. But I want to go and say thank you for tuning in, and I'm going to go get a couple more questions in. This is just to all the competitors. We're going to go and start off. I'll go through the ranks one more time. So we're going to start off with ranking number one, first ranked, Zeka. I wanted to go and say a question that's been brought up, I saw in the live stream with people like Shazam and Man of Culture Maddox, people doing reactions to it, and Alem, and reacting to your seeding rounds. Have you watched any of these people, their videos where they react to your stuff and maybe take some of that constructive criticism to work on your next things and thoughts? Does that help you out when you see other people reacting to your videos when you go and think about your next round? Zeka.
Yeah, definitely. I've been watching some reactions, and I see people always notice different things from my wildcards. So it depends. I see how it depends sometimes on my mistakes and sometimes on misunderstandings. But yeah, I take it in a positive way, you know.
Absolutely, and that's a good way. And now, when you're facing, now that you know that who you're facing, this is a question I'm going to ask all you guys. So I'm going to run through this, but we're going to try to go and keep it up, because I know it's must be getting close to pretty late there for Tom and other people around the world. But I wanted to go and say, Zeka, know that you know that you're facing Dillip. Have you, is there something in your battle strategy that's going to change? Are there rounds that you specifically have for Dillip? Are there things that you're going to go and come out now that you know who you're battling?
I think I'm not trying to change my approach to the battle. I'm trying to keep for beatboxing in general on battles philosophy of doing my style and do what I like. So I just basically, I'm sorry, Dilip, I just choose second place to have more time to record. If not, you will go second. But yeah, if I'm in the mood to, or if I can make some counters, some answers, I will see. It will depend on what I see. But I'm pretty excited with this battle. I think it's one of those battles that people is waiting for, expecting. It's going to be interesting.
100%, man. I'm interested to see that. And we're going to go to Dillip too. Going to you, sir. now that you know you're facing Zeka, in your mind, is there stuff that you're going to be preparing differently, or is there stuff that you might have been saving specifically for this battle with Zeka?
I'm not very sure because like I have a lot of beats planned for the battle, like quarterfinal, semi-final, final. Like what do I do for which round? So honestly, I think I'm just gonna go with whatever I was going to do anyway.
100%. It's going to be interesting to see you guys
Yeah.
go in. And you said he's one of your favorite beatboxers, so you get to go and battle one of them. It's I'm excited to go and see that, man. You guys are going to kill it. And I want to go and say once again, we got Zeka versus Dilip. That's going to be a dope battle, ladies and gentlemen. That's the first quarterfinal that we have. Moving on, Dilo ranking second, going up against Rhythmind. Dilo, now that you know who you are battling, do you have any sort of thoughts that'll be specific to Rhythmind and something that you're like, okay, maybe you're saving stuff or had stuff prepared specifically for Rhythmind?
Always it changes how my rounds. Yeah, my rounds always changing. I don't really know how it's changing right now, but I'm starting to graft a new formula in my head about the battle plans.
Okay, I like it. And Rhythmind, same question. You have you're battling Dilo. Is there something specific you want to go and bring to the table once battling Dilo, knowing that you're battling him?
No, I already prepare my my rounds, and I have some ideas, and I will put the best I can. So I know Dilo can respond to everything. So I can't change.
All right, solid. I'm going to run back to you guys in 1 second, to all the competitors, but we're going to get through this. Next battle we have is ranking number 3. We have Bart versus Elise. Bart, tell me real quick, is there anything that comes to your mind now that you have this legacy battle number 3 rubber match that you want to bring to the table whilst facing Elise? Now you've had the opportunity to battle him live, so what comes to your mind?
I mean, I was thinking about it now. I have nothing yet. I think tonight we're gonna discuss and see some battles, the ones we did, and look at that, see what comes up.
All right, Elise, what are you thinking?
Well, I said it before. Like, I don't think it's really gonna change any of my plans or anything. I'm more into this right now to just put out some nice videos. Like, I wasn't really happy with my seating ground. I dropped like a little comment in like below the video, obviously. So honestly, I'm probably gonna record both my rounds tomorrow and send them both in tomorrow. Like, that's what my plan is currently. Like,
okay,
I'm just trying to put out some nice content. I'm not really as focused on the results this time.
Okay, in it to go and make the best possible use of having the opportunity to showcase. I like it. We're gonna move on with the last battle of the top 4. We have, let me go and see, just making sure they don't say this incorrectly, but we're going to have, yes, Villain versus Dudes. And Dudes, is there anything you're specifically thinking about now that you have such a style clash? Is there something that comes to your mind, maybe beats that you're saving when you're battling Villain?
I think it depends on Villain's side. Like, when I watch it, I'll see what he does, and maybe this can change a bit what I'll do. I have some things planned on my mind, but it could change with what he's planning to do.
Okay. And Villain, do you have anything in specific in your mind now that you know that you're battling Dudes?
I mean, I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. Looking at the little the thing that SBX sent us, I was under the impression that we were starting to record on February 10th. So I didn't get the memo that we're recording tomorrow. So now I'm just like, the rest of the day, I'm just going to sit, lock myself room, and for like now until I have to record, I'm planning everything out. And I'm going to be straight up, like, it is a style clash. So like, I'm bringing the battle, and I just hope that Duds, like, good luck. That's all I got to say, bros. Like, good luck. I hope you can battle me the right way. You know what I'm saying? Because like, I don't fuck around. I'm just being straight up. And like now, and I'm going to be, one last thing. This bracket is exactly what I wanted. So I feel incredible right now. That's all I gotta say. So let's see, bro. Let's see if you can take me out. I wish you the best luck. That's all I gotta say.
This is not what you used to. You know what happens with the ones that talk too much, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I mean, like, I talked too much against Napalm and I got my ass handed, so you know you're not
Yeah.
on the same level, so I'm not really worried.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see.
Jeez. Okay. You know what? I like WWF. I like to go and do this stuff. Let's start from the topic. We're gonna go down. I want to go and say last things before we jump out of this live stream. Let's go with rank number 1, Zeka versus Dilip. Zeka, is there anything you have to say to Dilip before this battle happens?
Not
that was
really,
really
man. I hope
climatic.
you go. I really hope you go hard, just for having a crazy battle.
Yeah, of
Excited
course.
to hear something new. Yeah, let's have fun, bro.
And Dilip, response, anything you want to say, last comments to Zeka before we jump off here?
Yeah, of course. We're going to give it our best. It's going to be an insane battle.
All right. Moving on to the next battle. We got Dudes versus Villain. We already were talking about, but let's go and say, yo, Dudes, is there anything you want to say to Villain before we jump off of here? What do you have to say to Villain before this battle? Last comments to Villain.
I think he should practice instead of talking, because he is wasting a lot of time.
Villain, last comments to Dudes before we get this thing popping.
I have nothing to say.
This is not what you used to.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's ready to go. Moving on to the next one. We're gonna go and get a question here for battle number 3 that's gonna be happening. I'm gonna flip this paper around. We're gonna go and see. I want to go and ask. Let me see here. Battle number 3. Losing my pages and I gotta find it. Dilo, is there anything you want to say to Rhythmine before you battle him as a lasting thought?
Hey, Rivmine pal. I hope that you have a fun time recording and let's make a fun battle.
Okay, all right. I'll give you that one. Rhythmine, is there anything you want to say to Dilo before you guys set it off? Unmuted.
Just wow.
All right. Says it all. A man of few words, but needs to go and say none. He's going to get ready for that battle with D-Lo. Last but not least, Beard and Elise. Beard, is there anything you want to say to Elise before this battle pops off? Any lasting words for him to go and take in before you guys battle for the 3rd time here?
Yeah, I'm excited to see your rounds, bro.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
excited to see yours too, homie. It's gonna be fun.
All right. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here. I think we know there's one battle specifically with some good tension back and forth, ready to go in WWF, talk it up, and everyone else is just pleasantly waiting to go and battle their friends. Let's go.
Yo, I would love to jump in at this point if that's possible.
Dinjo, talk it up. Let's go.
First up, I just was watching the chat and a lot of people were saying how toxic Villain is. Guys, this is a battle. This is not how Villain is as a person. He's putting on a persona for a battle. That's the purpose of it. So I understand why you guys are saying it's toxic. He's not being toxic. This is what a battle is. If you look at any of the videos, when it's all over, we hug each other, we love each other. So don't take it too seriously. It's just part of the persona of battling.
Sinjo, you asshole.
You know me, bro. Sound guy is always an asshole. You can blame everything on me, mate.
Sinjo's lying.
So another comment that I wanted to say about Elise specifically, it affects a few of you guys. This is my fault. In the beginning of creating this whole concept, it just slipped my mind to include pop filters with the mic. So I want to make this clear for everyone that this kind of scenario, this setup, is a studio setup that a lot of beatboxers are not used to working with. This creates some issues like wind on the microphone. People got experimental. As you see, Dilo decided on his own. I actually advised him against it to beatbox off to the side, but it actually worked really well. This is a new format. We're all learning from it. So every time we do something like this, we get better at it. So for the next time, we will look at having pop filters and having a cleaner sound. So that just helps explain some of the issues that might be going on for people like Elise, who have not used to beatboxing in a studio style, because beatboxers need to move to keep the timing as well. That can also affect it. So having a mic stand can also affect their rhythm and their timing. That's why, for example, Be Out chose to hold the mic. And that's another thing. I saw a question before about the mic stands. The reason we're doing that is because when you cup a microphone, it completely changes the frequency response of it. It actually makes it worse. So we wanted to have it so that the mic had the best most even quality across the board. So even if they hold the mic, they don't cup it. As you notice, Villain and Beat both held it on the handle instead of cupping it. This is a new experience for everyone, so it takes some getting used to, but hopefully it'll help everyone in the long run to get better at recording and working in a studio environment rather than just on stage. So yeah, I hope that answers the questions I saw in the stream. Thanks for letting me jump in. Continue.
No problem, brother. Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we've had a pretty good long stream here, and I'm going to go and give this last opportunity to, we're going to do one more round to go and get through this because I know people have stuff to do, but we're going to go from number 1 to number 8. Actually, we'll do the other way. We'll do 8 to number 1, and I want you guys to maybe, if you have any questions for the judges. So, Dilip, starting with you, is there any questions you have for any one of the judges, being Alex, Napalm, or Tom? Is there a question that you have a question? Is there any questions you have for our judges, with it, whether it comes to your seeding round or questions about the battle? But this is your opportunity to ask anything to the judges you'd like.
I'm curious to know if you would prefer a more battle style or a more like different approach where we create tracks or something like that for the battles.
Okay, we're gonna go and post that one to Tom just to go and start off, so we can keep these nice and concentrated. So Dilip asked Tom, do you want to go and have more of a battle styled video, or would it be more of a showcase in your opinion?
I mean, I think it's totally up to you, and we'll judge it accordingly. It is important to remember that we are looking for energy and performance. So in that regard, the same kind of intensity, the same kind of performance that you might do in a battle is definitely something you should apply to the videos. Like Neil, the top performance mark I gave to anyone was 8 as well. Like, I think there was definitely room to move in that element. So yeah, the intensity of a battle is probably the route that I would suggest, but I think just take any of that and interpret it how you want, man. Like, we just don't change your style to suit us. I think just do what you're gonna do, but it does help to like deliver it with vigor and really imagine that there is a crowd that you're playing to, and try and wrap that into the performances. I would say that was a category that that most people didn't nail.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, answered from Tom. We're gonna go and ask as well. Next up, we got Rhythmind. Is there any question for any one of our judges you'd like to ask before the battles start?
A question for the judges?
Yes. Is there any question you have for the judges?
No.
All right.
I don't
He's
have.
just ready to battle. It's all good. It's all good. He's just ready for the battle. Rhythmon right there represented. Moving on. Elise, is there any question you have for any one of our judges in specific, or give me a question for the judges if you have any?
I have a question more so for Alexinho and Tom Thumb, because I know Napalm did his judging publicly, and he put all his scores publicly. But personally, I'd like to see the scorecards, and I think the audience would really like to see the scorecards as well, just for the sake of transparency, as well as justifying your decisions on paper. I have no problem with the judging or anything. I just think it'd be interesting to see. I think it's a good standard to uphold.
Okay, so that's the maybe less of a question, but
No,
maybe...
well, my question, I guess, is will you be releasing your scorecards?
Okay, Tom, will you be releasing your scorecards if now that you know that people want to see it?
Yeah, totally, man. And if that's something that people want to see, yeah, absolutely. I'm happy for them to be made public. And also, like, because of those categories, it made it a lot easier. So, and like a lot of the pressure came off us as well. So it is something that I'd be totally keen for people to see. And I put a lot of comments in the side section as well, like specific notes about each round. So I'm happy for people to take those on board or just do whatever they want with it.
Right on. And Alex, would you be okay with releasing your judging card with all your scores?
Yeah, sure. I think it's important these days to be transparent as more as we can. And yeah, I totally agree. Even if there's some, I don't know if we are able to do it before the battles, but if there's any questions from the participants about their rounds, their sitting rounds, or even the battles after the battle, like up to everyone. I think it's important.
Absolutely. And okay, well, maybe we'll make that. We'll figure out how to post that so everybody can go and see not only Napalm's but all our judges, Tom and Alexino, give out their thing. Good question, Elise. Next up, Villain. Is there any question you have for any specific judge, or is there a question you have for just judges in general before we kick this thing off?
Yeah. How are you doing, judges? That's my question.
All right, we'll go with Napalm first and foremost. How you doing, Napalm?
I'm chilling. Listen, I'm kind of nervous. Like, I don't know. This is gonna be crazy. It was really hard to judge the eliminations, and the pressure is on because these are already like the top 8 that were chosen out of all of the wild cards. So it's already really close.
100%. So he's chilling and also feeling some pressure. Let's go with Alexino. How you feeling? You feeling good, brother? What are you feeling like?
I'm good.
And Tom, from Down Under, question from Villain, important. How you feeling?
Very good. Thank you for asking.
All right. Let's go with Dudes. Do you have any questions for any of the judges specifically before we move on to the end of this live stream?
Yeah, sure. It could be to any one of the judges. Do you think the judging categories will make the judging easier when you have style clashes? Because it's better to understand each aspect of the battle? Or do you think it will be even more difficult to judge?
Okay, so we'll go with Napalm on that question because Tom answered the first one. Do you think it is easier to judge style clash battles when they have these categories?
I think we're gonna see how it plays out in terms of the decision, but it's definitely gonna be easier because you have your categories that you can really look at and view the difference very clearly, you know. And I feel like with those style clashes, like you're gonna look at some of these categories and be like, clearly this guy has some more of this and this guy has some more of that, you know, rather than in your head if you're just thinking about it like, oh, he has some more of this, more of that, which way do I vote? Like you get it down on paper and it's like this is what it is.
100%. All right. That's the question answered by Mr. Napalm. And we're moving on. We have a couple questions left. B-Art, do you have any questions you want to post to our judges?
Not really. I'm good. I just wanted to say enjoy the next rounds.
All right. Foxhole, is there any any questions from your homie over there? No?
He's cooking chicken right now, so I'm excited.
All right. Well, let's keep that up. D-Lo, do you have any questions you want to pose to any one of our judges?
Yeah, I have just one or two questions. The first one was, it's an interesting one. It regards my seeding round, and everybody has their subjective structure preference. Like Tom said, everybody judges their thing in the way that they want. So, as you've seen from Judgment, my set was like a 2-break switch. I like to perceive it as an energy switch. I'm interested to know if I was scored up or down in that specific structure category for that part.
Okay, we're going to go with Alexino first on that one because he's number 3 on this answer list. So answer D-Lo's question, sir, if you'd be so kind.
Yep. That's a really good question. From my opinion, you lost a little bit of points because of that. And I think that's it could be not the same opinion to everyone, but that's something that is important too in these criteria that shape these categories and our judgment, and it shows that we has a little part of personal taste too. So for my part, I think it was a little pity to bring this long cut to do another round, another routine. And yeah, from my point of view, it was this way. I don't know about Tom and Neil, and it would be interesting to know.
Yeah, I think yeah, for me you got an 8 out of 10 there. I think if they were like cohesive in any way, it would have definitely helped a lot, because whenever you judge like these kind of things and you're given points, I feel like naturally you compare to everybody else. Like you don't give D-Lo a score out of 10 and then forget that one and give Zeka a score out of 10. Like you kind of compare everybody else's in relation to yours, and like everybody else had that one whole cohesive piece, where yours did split up and there was no like relation in between it. And I feel like, yeah, that was my mindset there.
Okay.
But the two of them individually were awesome. You
So
know,
did you
but
score?
Yeah,
did you score
crazy.
down for the split? Did you knock? Do you think it
Yeah.
would have been a higher number if it was holding all together?
yeah, I think it would have been higher if they were together. I mean, and I've even seen you like do two separate songs, but they're cohesive. You know, like they still are like perform together. But in this one, it was like a clear cut next and for my next number. You know, and that's definitely sick. But it in terms of like structure, up next to people that were making like complete tracks where the beginning was cohesive to the ending, like that's definitely in relation to that. I don't think that that's necessarily better. It's just different. It's more creative, I'd say, but it's not necessarily better.
Okay, cool.
Tommy T, anything to add, or are you gonna level with the judges on that one?
Yeah, I similarly scored 8 out of 10 for structure for that. I did like the change, but in that instance, I felt that part of it felt like a full stop, as opposed to a continuation of an idea or a continuation of a flow. Like it felt like another chapter or another round was being condensed into 2 rounds were being condensed into 1 round. That's almost what it felt. But prior to that, I feel like those 2 separate halves were beautifully structured. You could have almost just seamlessly transitioned into that without breaking the flow, and it would have been perfect. So I don't think consciously I scored you down for that, but now like breaking it down and seeing it, I would say that probably felt a little less like a transition and more of a full stop.
Okay.
Is my
Okay, yeah,
thoughts.
I appreciate the feedbacks, guys. Yeah, it was the same tempo. I could have done the switch, got my higher scores, but for me the subjective structure was my kind of preference. But it's good to hear your guys' opinions.
I'd love to jump on that because I remember us having a conversation, me and Dilo, when we were first recording, and we were talking about it. I was like, man, what's up with these? Like, no, I like that. And it's a really interesting, creative decision. I love the idea of the 2 tracks, but listening to the judges, like when you have a whole cohesive piece, yeah, I guess you could have just thrown in a transition there.
Yeah, could have, yeah.
Because I remember I was watching Napalm's stream, and he even talked about it, I think, when he referenced one of your, maybe it was, I don't know, maybe it was Shazam's video, as analyst, referenced one of your old battles where you did the exact same thing on stage, and you transitioned with just a lip oscillation. You just continued the sound across, completely different track, but it somehow connected them.
Yeah, that's true. I guess the connection wasn't really the intention.
Yeah.
I like dabbling with how I did it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't change it, but maybe the points would have given me a Zachar edge, because now he can go against me if we ever meet. He can go second. So
We'll see. We'll see what transplants and actually goes and plays out in these battles.
yeah,
But
cheers for that, guys. By the way, yeah, cheers.
questions from our all the participants to our judges. Ladies and gentlemen, we've looked out, we found out who the top ranked was, we found out the battles that are going to be happening, had some judges' opinions, some reactions from everybody, questions from you, and we're going to be going to end off this stream. But before we do, I just want to reiterate, thank you everybody for tuning in. And before we go, I got to bring up the homie Paponi one more time, and I want you to go and just break down last thoughts on battles you're looking forward to, but also importantly, one more shout out about the giveaway, just to make sure that people understand it thoroughly. And last thoughts. So Paponi, up to you, brother.
All right, so thank you so much everyone for today, for finding time to be here in the stream with us, and thank you everyone that is watching it. I wish everyone good luck in the battles. I'm excited for all of the rounds. I'm looking forward to listening to them, so enjoy your recordings. Thank you, Scott, for your help. I wish the judges also a lot of fun. And I want to say thank you to the sponsors, DPA, Boss, Roland, Vmoda, Richings Media, and Veloco. Thank you so much for helping us out and supporting us that we can actually create such an event. It's still very new to us, but we can guarantee you that we're trying the very best to make this the best possible experience for you all. And therefore, you can also win a PS5 and an Oculus Quest 2. Just make sure, give the people some good hype, use the hashtag SBX Kickback giveaway in all our videos and live streams. and just show us some positive encouragement. So show us some love. Thank you so much for this. Much love to all of you.
Right there, big homie Pony. His last thoughts. And that being said, this brings us to my very last opportunity with the last question of the day, because he ranked first. Zeka, do you have any questions for any of our judges to finish off this stream?
Not really. One thing is, I'm not sure if just for asking something, I'm not sure if we told this. I think we told it already, but are the categories changing for the battles? Are there? I think I remember there was some.
Not changing,
extra,
but we're adding to. There's extra ones.
yeah, like extra ones, like a battle or counters or something.
Yeah. Hold on, I got it pulled up on my computer. Yeah, for the battles, there's gonna be battle style, another 10 points, and repetition, another 10 points.
Okay, repetitions in terms of overall the competition.
Yeah, and I guess for us, it's going to be starting from just the seeding round because we didn't judge your guys' wild cards. So it's just going to be from the seeding.
Okay, cool. That was it.
Solid question. But Mr. Zeka right there, ranked number first. Number first. That's the second time I've said that. What am I doing? But all right, ladies and gentlemen, one more time. Thank you for all tuning in. This is SBX Kickback Battle 2021. We just found out who the battles will be. Once again, the rankings went Zeka in first, D-Lo in second, B-Art in third, Dudes in fourth, fifth came Villain, sixth for Elise, seventh for Rhythmine, and eighth for Dillip, making the battles. First battle will be Zeka versus Dillip. Second battle will be Dudes versus Villain. Third battle will be D-Lo versus Rhythmind, and last battle will be B-Art versus Elise. Once again, thank you all for tuning in. Stay safe, all that good stuff. I want to go and give a big shout out to everybody who's in this chat right now, everybody that's watching at home. Maddox, I'm sorry, I meant to say WWE, not WWF. My apologies, I didn't mean to offend you like that. Wow! And we're going to go and finish off with that, ladies and gentlemen, right here live and direct. So I'm going to go run through real quick. Zeka, big ups to you, brother. Good luck. D-Lo, big ups to you. Good luck. Everyone that's involved with this battle, I'm super excited about. B-Art, big ups to you, brother. I hope you guys have some good time eating chicken and getting ready for these battles together. Dudes, I'm really excited to see you around against Villain. You guys seem to have some good tension going back. Friendly competitions, always excited. So we're going to get into that. Villain, I'm excited to go and see your rounds. You seem confident, you seem ready, and I'm loving to go and see your energy that you're bringing to this battle. So big ups to you, brother. Next up, Elise, obviously always love to go and see my nephew up here, big and direct, coming at Villain. We'll be seeing you versus BR for a third time, so I wish you good luck. And Rhythmine, always good to see you too, brother. Wow. Thank you very much. I'm so excited to see your rounds too. It's going to be awesome to see you go against D-Lo. And last but not least, Dillip, my friend, representing for India, coming super hard. I'm excited to go and see what you pull out against Zeka, and it's going to be such a crazy battle. That being said, big ups to our judges as well. Big Tommy T, Tom Thumb from Down Under. Big ups to you, brother. Napalm representing for United States. Big ups to you, brother. And finishing off your champion of the world, give it up for Alex Zeno. Thank you guys for making the tough decisions and having to go through it to go and figure out who the seeding rounds will be. And I'm looking forward to seeing your judgments and being able to go and judge these battles that are coming up. Big ups one more time, every single time to Sinjo. Make sure you check out the track he just put out on SBX. Big ups.
Yeah. Big ups to you, mate. The OG host. Make some noise for Scott Jackson, yeah?
And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, big ups to Mr. Paponi right here, live and direct. Thank you very much for being who you are. Much love to you. I'm looking forward to seeing you again in person, but big ups to Paponi. And thank you very much to everybody else who's in behind the scenes as well. Heidefield, big ups to Luca. Big ups to, who else is there? There's Juliana. Big ups to Trung. Big ups to everybody that's involved with this battle. Chime in if I'm missing people, but everybody that's been helping with this battle, there's a lot of work to be done behind the scenes, so it takes a lot of stuff to bring this quality content to you. But aside from that, ladies and gentlemen, one more time, we're here, live and direct. Thank you for tuning in. This was all about the seeding rounds, judgments, with our judges, with our competitors, with people behind the scenes. That being said, We're gonna get into these battles. This is not what you used to. Something soon's gonna be coming at you. Right here, live and direct, ladies and gentlemen. With that being said, Scott Jackson signing out. We'll see you in a little bit. Good luck to everybody. Stay safe. Keep practicing your beats. We'll talk to you later. And that's time.